Okay, for this drawing, let's do the adjustable support. So the first thing I'm going to do is I would go down to my object layer and I would draw my first circles. And I'm going to start right here. The first circle has a diameter of 1 inch. That second circle has a diameter of 2. And based on the print, we got some center lines there. We have a center line. If you look, you will see between the two small circles that we're going to draw out here, you'll see a radius there of 3 inches. So if we do a line from here out, say we'll go absolute 3 inches at 0 degrees. I'm going to go down here and turn my ortho off. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to draw a line from here, but if you notice there's an angle of 40 degrees between these two, so I'm going to do absolute 3 inches, 40 degrees. Alright, I'm going to make sure my object snap is on, and I'm going to turn my grid off. My grid and my snap off on this. I like to draw a lot of times without the grid. So the first thing I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go ahead and add these two circles here. If you look at the print, it's giving us a radius of a 1/2 inch on the center here. Whoop. Let me go and get into my object lines. From this point, it's a 1/2 inch. I'm going to right click and repeat circle. The next one is a radius of 1 inch. Right click, repeat circle, 1/2 inch. Right click, repeat circle, 1 inch. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at these two radiuses. You've got one from here to here that has a radius of 5 inches and a radius from here to here at 3 inches. I'm going to use the tangent radius command, and I'm going to go from this tangent to about right here. I'm going to say 5 inches. And sometimes you'll do this and it'll go the opposite direction you need it to go. Just erase it and do it again if that happens. It might take you a couple tries. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim this out because if I don't, it's going to get really busy really quick. Alright, I'm going to add this radius down here. Again, I'm going to go circle, tangent radius. I'm going to go from about right here to looks like about right in here, 3. And then I'm going to trim. Okay, so looking at our print, you can see from this point to here is 3 inches. And we also have a radius between these 2 points at 3 inches. And it looks to be a center line, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down, pick my center line layer, and I'm going to go to center radius. I'm going to draw a radius here of 3 inches, and then I'm going to trim that out. Bring this up so we can see a little better. Alright, so according to the print, we have a radius of these two circles at a 1/2 inch, and you're going to notice there's a line from here to here that it's not really giving you the radius, so you have to do some math. So if this center point is 3 and this is a 1/2 inch below, it'll be 2.5 inches to 3.5 and 4. So I would draw it like this. You can either do tangent radius, or you can do circle radius. And we'll draw from here. We'll say the first one is at 2. I'm going to repeat circle, 2.5. So we're going to go across this one, or on the other side of that 3 inch, we're going to go 3.5. Repeat circle, Okay, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to trim all the stuff that I don't need out. And this little piece right here. All right, now the only thing left to do is to dimension our part. And the first dimension I'm going to get is I'm going to get this linear dimension right here because it's a little tricky sometimes. And it's not letting me do it. Linear dimension. There we go. 1 inch. Whoop. 1 inch. I'm going to go back and I'm going to get the radius here. Hit spacebar. I'm going to get the radius here. Spacebar, radius here. Spacebar, radius here. Spacebar, the radius here. And then I'm going to get, could use just radius, but we're going to go ahead and make it match the print. So I'm going to do diameter here and diameter here. And then we need the angle between these two lines. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to pick the angle. Should be 40 degrees. And that is our adjustable support.